Welcome to the Vent, Rebuild, Refocus podcast. I am your host, That Boy Reckless. We have the one and only Wolf, and we have the boy CO Chris Oquazi. Understand the brethren are in the building. And we're going to top it up. We're going to talk about the impact of encouragement, the impact of empowering. And when you see something in somebody and they don't necessarily see it in themselves, and when you translate that and articulate, hey, listen, I see this in you, understand how impactful and how life-changing and groundbreaking it could be for that person. So we just gonna reminisce on some encounters and, we got to chop it up, understand? We got to chop it up. Let's talk about it, understand? Have you ever had to take somebody to the side, right? Because you've seen some potential in them that they didn't necessarily see in themselves.
Yes. Okay. Surely have. This happened recently with a lady friend of mine's. Somebody who we're talking at the moment. You know what I'm saying? We're talking. And she didn't understand what I saw in her as a person. So I had to sit her down and break it down. I said, okay, well, let's start with, your life experience. You have 25 years of life experience.
So she questioned, like, why do you like her? Or, like, what do you see in her?
Well, she didn't question, but I had to let her understand how unique she was as a person, why I am pursuing her.
Okay.
Because I want her to understand I'm pursuing you for these reasons. The first reason was when I first met her, and I met her at a party, right? And I asked her, I said, what do you like to do for fun? Or what do you like to do? And she replied, I like to do pottery. Now, let's stop right there.
That's a rare occasion.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And she didn't understand that. That caught my ear at the time. Now, we're in a party, but it caught my ear because we didn't have a long conversation. But after that night, it made me say, I have to talk to this girl and get to know her more on an intellectual level, because that's not something you hear somebody say. Most times some people say, I like to go out, I like to go to the club, I like to drink, I like to smoke. You see what I'm saying? But here's a 25-year-old girl who's telling me, she was 24 at the time. Her birthday had passed.
Happy belated.
Yeah, exactly. But the point was, she didn't understand that her saying that said something to my spirit, like, there's something about her that you have to find out. And it put my senses up as a man. Because maybe to her as a woman, she was like, oh, it's just pottery. But to me as a man, I said, no. Because the women that I have encountered don't say that. You understand what I'm saying? And then
they play Trump.
But then what took it further was when I found out there's a 25-year-old girl who doesn't have social media. That took it to a different level for me. I said, well, you like pottery and you don't have social media, which made me say, okay, you're not self-centered. And no disrespect to anyone who has social media.
Right.
Don't take that any disrespect. But, in our generation, in our culture, a 25-year-old without social media is really rare.
So when I look at that, and just those two things, I see a creator, right?
Yeah.
And then I see a person that's detached from the status quo of the world. Understand? That's what you need to build on.
And she didn't understand this, but I told her, see, you're understanding it from a woman's aspect, or from a man's aspect, because remember, we're the controllers of marriage. So when I'm looking at a woman who I want to marry, I'm saying, well, hold up. There's a woman who's not so caught up in herself where, she's not going to sit here and put a picture every day of herself just to get validation from strangers she doesn't even know. Because let's be honest, on social media, you probably have friends that you don't even know who they are. You don't even know how y'all became friends.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what most women don't realize. Like, how people like, because you don't even know.
It was the add friend button.
Yeah, exactly. But add friend who? Because I'm selective of who I add on my social media now.
Right.
If I don't know you, you're gonna sit there. You're just gonna sit there. Because we people just are so quick to accept people that you're not understanding who you're accepting. So long story short, she didn't understand that. I had to break it down. I said it made me want to understand you more. And let's talk about the dates we went on. hiking,
What's that?
walk,
Mm-hmm.
bike riding,
Where y'all went hiking?
Table Rock,
Okay, so
and Pickens.
so that's the place I would take Sierra to.
Yeah.
But just not to straight hiking is good. We went
Yeah.
to Caesar Head.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah, me and my brother actually went to Rainbow Falls in North Carolina on the 4th.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the point is just that you don't see that in today's society. Most times, most of the women in our society are controlled by the media. You know, that's where, you know, they try to emulate Meg Stallion, Sweetie, Suki Hana, which to each his own, but those aren't the women that men would marry. Those are the women that men would have sex with and pass to the next man.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? There's no disrespect to any woman. Let's get that clear. Disclaimer. We're not here to disrespect women, but we're here to give an introspective of how us men view women.
Mm-hmm.
What are we looking for? Things that can pique our interest where we say, hold up, there's something different. Because if you're the same as every girl, then we already know what's coming after that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If you're doing what every other girl's doing, we're like, okay, we know where this is going to end. You see what I'm saying? But with this girl, she didn't see that within herself. So I had to really break it down to her like, hey, you are a unique individual.
Mm.
But she's so humble, she still doesn't see that. So I want to bring that out of her because she's very shy.
Okay.
Very shy girl, very introverted. Very, but you know, with me being who I am as a person, I have that personality. I can bring that out.
Listen, you got that capturing spirit. You got that allure, understand personality that she's gonna open up. Absolutely.
And to open her eyes to what I was seeing, I said, okay, let's flip it. What you saw in me, because you're introverted, you don't talk to people like that, but there was something in me that you was like, you watched me and you said, hold up, there's something different about this guy. The way he moves, the way he acts, the way he's so chill. I'll give the guy a chance. That's why you're talking to me now. I had to let her understand it. And she accepted it.
Right.
You know?
I don't know who the girl is, but shout out to you.
You know, we're taking it slow, you know, and we're not where we're at. We're not having intercourse because she's the type of girl where I could really enjoy her company.
Yeah, so just a FYI, intercourse is just an addition to everything that's already dope about a person's character and personality. Understand? Sex, that chemistry will come.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no words for it because like right now I'm enjoying you as a person. Like, look at what we're doing. Like, you made me look at life differently because watch this. Let me tell you something. The first time we went for a walk, it made me realize that, you know, I was so caught up in life that I didn't really realize what life was about. Because don't get me wrong, I make good money. You know, I got a nice job, but that's not life. You get what I'm saying? No. Enjoying what God created is life. That's right. And that's what nature is. And she doesn't understand it. She opened my eyes to that.
Right.
So why would I not want somebody like that in my life?
If all you have is money, you have nothing. So I think your love and your memories is way more.
And that's where it's attracting me more to this girl.
That's the sustainability, right? Sex can't sustain.
No, because that's the case, man. We've been having sex for everybody. You know, they're like, you know, once you get tired of it, it's like, okay, next.
Like with me, like personally, like I have a female that I love.
Yeah.
We used to talk back in grammar school. You know, she done been through a lot of hurt that I didn't been through. So it's like we can relate on the pain, the trauma, you know, the mistake that we made allowing this individual to do us the way that they did us. You know what I mean? And like I told her, I feel like, you know, I only been in 3 relationships, but I've been with a lot of women. Mm-hmm. So when I sit back and I narrow it down, she understands me.
Mm.
She listens.
She listens to understand, not respond.
She respect what I say. She value what I say. And I never had that from a woman. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I value, like I told her, I value our friendship. You know, if it's possible for us to go further, I'm all in. You know what I'm saying?
How does she feel about that?
She's down for it, but she's damaged. She's hurt. So I can't really, I'm not going to never rush anything or force anything because that's what all the guys have been doing that she hasn't dealt with anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I was explaining to her, you know, everybody's different.
Yeah.
You know, and then not only that, she even thought about converting over to the same sex. That's just how damaged she is.
Wow.
So I told her, please don't go that route because that route is not for you.
Now let me ask you this question. When she was talking about converting over to the same sex, was that because she was hurt by
By men, yeah. She'll tell you right now, she hates me.
And you know something? The girl I'm talking to right now, when I first started talking to her, she let me know that she just got out of a relationship in December, and she was like, you know, she was going through it as well, and I understood that, you know. So I had to really take my time with her because I realized she's very vulnerable right now. You know, she needs to understand that hey, there's somebody there for you, but it can't be something that's rushed. Because when you start rushing that, that's when you push them away. Right? You see what I'm saying? Because you know, I can't speak for her, you know, but you know, if I got a relationship, I at least take a year to heal before I even try to talk to somebody. I don't know how. I mean, teach his own. It's not. It doesn't have to be.
Time, right?
Yeah, it is.
No, sorry.
And
Go ahead.
no,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No. Well, I mean, there's no time frame in healing, but you know, everybody heals different. Some people can heal in 6 months.
And we're not gonna stray, right?
Yeah,
But I think this is a good talking point. When you say heal from the relationship, what exactly are you healing from?
the hurt of it because you know they're so on guard where any little thing can snap them, you know, set them off.
Okay.
You know, it's like you may do something that reminds them of what he did, even though you're not him. She's so damaged. It's,
Right.
my God, he did this to me.
Okay.
There's a red flag. Exactly. You know, and that's where you know with her. It's just I just told you, you know, let's just take our time.
But that's why I tell women that's been in bad relationships or previous relationships that's not working. If I'm doing something that reminds you of what you've been through, nip it in the bud. Don't let it build up. You know, a lot of women won't even mention it, but will react off it. Be like, dang, why you acting like that? Or why you acting funny? Or why you ain't been texting me? Why you ain't been calling me? You know what I'm saying? So then it all converts back to communication.
Yeah. Can I ask both of y'all a question? Do y'all feel like after and we're not getting rough, but it's just a random question because we're talking about people damaged from previous relationships. Do y'all feel like it's more wise for people to go maybe to therapy after a bad relationship, or do you feel like maybe that's?
I mean, me personally, it's based on the individual. Like I went to counseling with my mom. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But who's to say that if I didn't go to counseling, what the thoughts would have been behind it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think if you're damaged in a relationship, that you should take a self-assessment to see how and why and where did you get damaged at.
Yeah. But some people can't even see that because you know when you look at some relationships, some people blame the other person without taking accountability for themselves. Because you know it takes two to make a relationship work. Because I can sit here and blame all my exes for the failed relationship, but I have to say, well, hold up, I'm who chose to talk to them. I'm who chose to give them a chance. You see what I'm saying? There were certain red flags I saw, but I didn't say, oh, no, let me back off or let me. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is like, where's that accountability at?
Right. So, and let me say this, right? Because we're dealing with seeing into people, right? Yeah. So here it is. We got the topic of damage, female or male. Yeah. But it's female in this aspect because we're males.
Yeah.
All right. So once a glass shatters, right? If we get all the pieces and put it back,
it's not gonna be the same.
It's not gonna be the same, no. Right? However, all the pieces are there. But when we try to puzzle it back, you're gonna see cracks in it. Mm-hmm. So the only thing we could do at that point is fortify the glass. We can't remove the cracks because it's already there. So we have all the pieces, but the cracks are intact. So we can only fortify the glass to make sure if it falls again, it's not going to shatter. I understand. So the taking time approach is definitely a method. Right? The understanding of where, and that's why I said take a self-assessment of where the hurt comes from. Because like Wolf said, you don't want to be a habitual offender coming right up the gate. Exactly. Because you've seen something or you thought it was repeating in me. Understand? So no, just bring me aware of that, right? Make me cognitive of that situation so we can move wholly I could get a clean opportunity to fortify you on the side.
Yeah. And I don't think, and sometimes I don't think some females do that. Some females don't tell you like, yeah, this is what I've been through. You have to find out the hard way.
I'm gonna know why.
Why is that?
Because they're giving you the ammo. If I tell you how I was hurt,
Yeah.
I'm giving you ammo.
Yeah.
Right?
To you.
To you.
Yeah. Well,
it's just like a female saying, these are all my likes. And then the predator guy coming, oh, these are all her likes. Let me get her everything she likes. But the intention is not good. So I know all your likes, but you just gave me all your likes. Now you're vulnerable to what? My onslaught.
I mean, with female, well, I mean, but wouldn't you want to know?
No. No. You should. They should tell you.
Yes.
But the reason sometimes they don't is because of that.
Yeah, they feel like you're going to use it against.
They have been perpetrated against so much. The male has perpetrated in our culture against our women so much, and it's a distrust.
Yep, you're right.
To where, right? Watch this. You see on social media all the time. Niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. Now watch this. They're absolutely right. But when are you gonna give the black man a chance?
Yeah. I like that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. So you're right, niggas ain't shit, but the black man, right there waiting on
right. So what separates the nigga from the black man when all they see is niggas? Nothing. We say it all the time. Females get us mixed up. Oh, they think we SpongeBob SquarePants because we got glasses, we look good, we got the job, you think, oh, we're Sylvester, we're suckers. No, it just look like that. Understand? I play chess because I enjoy the game, not because I'm a sucker. Understand? Not right or wrong. So it's like, it's like some judgment. So right there, it's a judgmental thing.
There's some ladies who are women, and there's some ladies who are bitches.
Right. Yeah. No.
They all fall in their own category.
In reality, there are women like that. You get what I'm saying? They're straight disrespectful, have no respect for nobody. It's not even themselves.
Right. They're just like home. They don't mind playing that role.
Exactly.
So what are we conjuring up? So when a female says, I'm looking for a nigga, right?
Yeah.
But they're in actuality looking for a black man, but they get the nigga they were looking for. They say niggas ain't shit. All men do this. Nah, no, you conjured up out your own mouth what you wanted because it's power in words. And God dwells within man, and we know His word will not come back void. This is Bible talk.
No. I mean, you're absolutely right. And for me, that's what, that's what we chat here trying to get these women to see. That don't complain when this is what you wanted.
Right.
You said what you wanted and you got it.
Yeah.
But when in all actuality you want the opposite to that, but you said what you wanted and you got it.
Right. And then I tell people all the time, I tell Wolf, I tell Sierra, it's power in words. Be mindful. Like before you speak, just think about what you're about to say, because once it's in the atmosphere, like it's a metric weight. Like your thought is a metric weight, it's an actual entity. Understand? So when it goes out, like the Bible really says, my word will not come back void. That's a fact. And then tied and coupled with we have the Holy Spirit dwelling within us. That's a real thing.
That's facts.
That's what I say, and that's what metaphysics is, right? You can really concentrate on something so intensely that it comes to fruition. Understand?
Yeah, I believe.
So when we say I want a bad bitch. And we get one in every sense of the word.
Yeah.
And they scar us and hurt us. That's what we wanted.
Yeah. Or like you say, you want that girl with the fatty.
Yeah.
She got the fatty, but her mindset is a vegetable. Right. She has no mind, no purpose, no drive. But you got the fatty though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm giving you an example. There's been times I done laid down with a woman and was thinking about another one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it may not be good to be doing that, but it is what it is. Just like, for instance, with my lady. I had to think about other women just to lay down with who I was with because I had lost all attraction. You know, it's nothing there anymore. No, I'm not a light switch that you cut on and off. Either you gonna cut me on and keep me on, or you gonna cut me off and keep me off. So,
yeah,
that's what it is. You know, but when you're dealing with a relationship, you're dealing with a person, and you're telling them truthfully how you feel, and they still want to not bring the truth out of themselves. Mm-hmm. It's like, what more can we talk about? If I'm telling you I don't love you no more, if I'm telling you that I got to think about another woman to lay down with you, why would you still want to interact with me? Why would you still want me to be your husband or your boy? Like, why?
Because you know what? And I've been in a situation like that. And what I realized is that maybe you set the bar so high that they don't know something else.
No, I overplayed my part. You know what I'm saying? And then I was a fool on a lot of stuff too. You know what I mean? And then I was caught up in life. Right? Mm-hmm. Caught up in life meaning that I trust you with my tank. I trust you with my life. I trust you with my bill. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? But all along, man, I could be dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could not make it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But God gave you another rock. So when God gives you another rock, you might want to take that rock to the proper way. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going down the street, you may want to lay the pavement down first. You may want to paint the line first. You understand? Then you shoot on down there, John.
That's you know what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like right now. Some days I feel lonely. Oh, well. But, man, I'll be damned if I wake up mad. I'll be damned if I come home mad, man. You know what I mean? Me being happy is the most important thing to me, right? You know what I'm saying? No. Being at peace is the most important. I can look at a girl all day.
If she
I'm
ain't
straight. Yeah, man. I could be bringing women in and out, man. For what? Been there, done that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, question. This is a good question. Why do women think they know what men want? This is the random question.
Those women that think they don't even know what the fuck they want.
Why do women
think that they know what men want?
So, just in my observation of the world, women in the world, they believe they could alter a situation or change men. So, for instance, if I say, yo, I am a whoremonger, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have a girl that says, I can make him not a whoremonger.
Yeah.
And I could change. Not so yeah. So I have made it.
And I don't understand that.
However, for the record, that boy Reckless is not a whoremonger. Stand that boy Reckless is in a committed relationship. I have a fiance that I am in love with.
Yeah.
But
I guess for me it's just that I hear so many women talking about that they talk about what we want instead of listening to what we want.
No, yeah, absolutely.
I know a girl, man, she always used to say that she wanted a 6-figure guy, right?
Yeah.
And she don't even live nowhere near those things. You're not even in the city to even find this guy. Let alone the community. You understand?
Yeah.
So I just figure if I want me a rich woman, I need to be living in a rich area so I can interact with these people. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not around them, there's no way I can reach out to them. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta put yourself out there. You have to find that person that you want. But I would also tell women you also have to work for yourself because, like you said, there's certain women that say they want a 6-figure dude, but they know what comes with that 6-figure man.
But listen,
yeah,
that too. Yeah, but I didn't witness her have a good guy.
Yeah,
the guy can't even live in the house 3 months with this person. So that just lets me know further you're not even worth it. Right? You know what I'm saying? When I've just seen a good guy live in your house, right? You know what I'm saying? Didn't even be there here. So that lets me know further, okay, you just swap dudes in and out. You know what I'm saying? She goes out of town. You got women putting this big motion in front of your face because she don't want the people to see who she's on plane with. Oh, okay, that's fine. Then I just feel like, man, if we on the plane together and I don't have a shame go up, I ain't got nothing extra going on. Yeah. I said, yeah. But see, when I look at it now, she's a hoe. You know what I'm saying?
You know what though? Looking at that situation just from the outside looking at the man she was with probably was a 6-figure potential guy.
Yeah.
But she just had to get it out of him and empower him to be that. It wasn't just, okay, he coming in with 6 figures, but we can work towards 6 figures, you understand? And that's the thing. What you ask for, sometimes God is going to give you it, but he didn't say you're not going to have to work for it. Mm-hmm. Understand? Y'all want $1 million. All right, I'm going to give you $1 million opportunity to get the $1 million. So when they get the opportunity, there's too much hard work. So you're just talking at this point.
You thought that you were just going to rub the magic man.
Life don't work. Life don't work. So I always get this situation to where I told myself I was going to hit the lottery, right? That whole year, I didn't buy one ticket. How realistic was I? I was just talking. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna hit the lottery. Like, I never bought a ticket. How was I? Understand? So, but that happens daily, to where we want things, but we don't want to put the work.
Well, that goes back to what I was saying about these women who said they want a 6-figure man. Do you know what it takes to keep him?
Right.
Because if you're making 6 figures, I'm sorry, but you have a lot of options. I mean, and I don't think it's about the money. It should be more than just the money. Character, things like that, leadership. Do you see what I'm saying? But if you just look at just a regular 6-figure man, I mean, he got options. Okay, yeah, you leave so next.
Different FYI, a lot of different FYI. 6 figures is just 100,000. I'm not diminishing 100,000, but let's be alright. Let's be cool on what we really be saying. People will say 6 figures. All right, so 100K.
It's 100K, yeah.
Cool out.
100K. It's 900.
Right. I mean, it's a range, but I'm just saying the basic is 100. Like, so, but they'll say 6 figures.
Yeah, and then they'll
like it's just, oh my God, you gonna really like,
he's not rich as man. Like, take taxes out, like you're not gonna if he's making 100K.
Right, if he right at the brink, understand? But nonetheless, I think people just be so caught up on sayings, and they don't understand what's behind the sayings.
Probably because social media.
Social media is the mark of the beast.
Of course. When you hear a lot of these female rappers rap, what do you hear them say?
Right.
Get his money, have sex with him, he had to make 6 figures just to even talk to me.
Right. Yeah. And they portray this image, and they be getting bust down like the Shake in the Bad Batch. Understand? Like, I'm gonna toss around after that. Like, they get split like a stale Dutch. Understand? I don't even smoke. So the purpose is just on me at the right time.
Yeah, but no, I mean, but my thing is just that why don't women see the realistic side of this though? And because that's going back to the subject. It's like, how can we help women see like, realistically, yeah, you get a 6-figure dude, but realistically, you have to work on yourself, mama. You can't be no Lizzo thinking that okay, yeah, he gonna come. No, I mean, if that's what he's into, there are some men who no disrespect to them. You see what I'm saying? But a man who's making that type of money, depending on what his purpose is,
trying to get on one. If I'm making X amount of money, I'm not trying to spend it on just
surgery.
I'm a we just
Yeah, we just
so but you see the thing is if I invest in a woman, which I do, right? I invest in my wife is because she's edifying, understand. She could enhance what I give her and multiply it. Understand?
It's like Gucci Mane's wife, Keisha Kayor.
Yeah.
When he went to jail, I forgot how much. I think gave her $1 million. When he got out, she gave him like 10.
So it's like, yeah, so that's the purpose. Okay. If you're saying I need somebody to have money to where I can multiply him, by all means. But if you're saying I need somebody to have these 6 figures to sustain me, I think you got the wrong idea. Totally. And that's where the paradigm needs to be shifted to where it's like, okay, why do you need somebody with 6 figures?
Right.
How are you gonna multiply that kingdom?
Right. Or is it just, hey, you just want it just for your own.
Right. Because we stop looking at stuff from a kingdom aspect. Understand? We be looking at so microcosm, like everything is on a micro level. It's like, all right, we're in a relationship, we could get married, we could chill. What kingdom are you building? Understand? Where are your streets of gold in your city full with milk and honey?
They're not building it.
If you're not trying to, and that's generational wealth, understand? Like the streets, when they say flowing with milk and honey,
yeah,
it's speaking on generational wealth, understand?
Yeah.
That's what flows. Generational wealth flows from generation to generation, understand? And it nurtures and feeds the next generation.
Exactly, but when some women don't see that though.
A lot of women don't see
that. I mean, I tell you homeboys, whatever who they're on their job, but they ladies, they're not trying to aid them in their purpose.
And they got ornaments. And they got the bad bitch.
Yeah.
Understand?
That's not
no disrespect.
None whatsoever.
Understand?
The conversation that we have. So we understand what it is. Like, what are we building? What's our foundation? If we have a shaky foundation, how you expect us to build anything? It's going to crumble. The
streets of gold that the Bible is referencing is a solid foundation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the representation of that is. It's a solid foundation.
And most
it's a pure foundation
built on that. They don't build their relationships on God, and they wonder why it's shaky. It's like,
they built it on because the dick was good. Understand? Or what he could do for me.
Yeah.
Or her box was hit.
Yeah.
So I'm building it off of that.
And it falls every time.
Yeah.
You built it off of lust. I think you built it off the world.
Right. So if you're building it off the world, you're building it off with somebody else's bricks.
And they didn't even take the time to make them. They didn't even take their time, and this is why I tell anybody, like, this is why anytime I talk to a girl, I always ask them about her spiritual background. I mean, that's big for me. It's like, where's your foundation? You're single, but where's your foundation? The women tell me that they don't, believe in God or they don't go to church. I mean, when I go to church, I care less about that. But you tell me you don't believe in God or the Bible, I'm like, well, what are we doing? You go your way, I follow your way.
If you don't believe, you don't. I don't believe it, because I know.
Yeah, but most women say that, but they like, oh man, they say that, but they like that waitress and some first day on the job. They don't know who they serving. Like,
I say this all the time. People scream, God this, God that. If Jesus was here today, he would be unrecognizable, like I say. People will walk by him. Why? Because he's pushing the cart. He's homeless.
They don't see the potential in that person pushing the cart.
So how powerful. They would never speak. Oh, he chilling with the sinners and the publicans. They would never speak to him.
And the world is just based off of materialistic things.
Mm-hmm. And what you can see, not what you believe.
You got people that's valuing the fake more than the real. And I just look at it like real will always be real.
Yeah.
And fake will be fake.
People are violent follows. If you got 2 million followers, oh shit, 2 million people following who then?
Well, yeah, right.
He could be
A goofy straight up goofy.
But by him having that many followers,
yeah,
It's gonna
people go run.
yeah.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell you, like, I was coming home from work one time, and this is when I told myself in the middle of the situation that I was in that I didn't like. Damn, social media is very Facebook is powerful.
It is.
So I was coming home, seen a car. I seen another car run a light hit another car. So my natural instinct was to get out of my car and go help these people. Right?
Yeah.
That's what your natural instinct was. Not get out the car. Oh, let me go live on Facebook. So, you know, as I'm helping this guy break his glass, he takes it so he can get his sister and her husband out the car. We couldn't help him. We couldn't break the glass. So here it is. Me and this man has glass in our hands, literally. You know what I'm saying? Cut up and everything. Can't help these people, but we're trying to help these people. You know what I'm saying? Literally, luckily, the fire truck pulled up in time. They had to be cut out the car.
Mm-hmm.
So us doing what we were doing was nothing, but we tried.
Yeah,
You understand?
Yeah, like
We tried.
sit there and say, hey,
So for me to back up and look and see all these phones, all these lights, it was really just sad.
Nah, yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn, these folk could be dying right now in the middle of our eyes.
And their effort coming in and helping instead of picking up the phone might have shattered the glass.
Exactly. But by the power of God, man, you know, like I said, fire truck came, bam. And the way the guy hugged me, it would be a hug I'll never forget, man. Because that man said, hey, man, you got out your car. You came literally to come help. Yeah. I done done it too many times. I done saved too many people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
So why not be a natural instinct to do it again? You know what I'm saying? Like, God got it down here for some type of reason. That's right. So if I see that you're dying, then I'm going to come down, whether if I know you're not. I'm not about to go to social media. I'm sorry, I just can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way the generation is. You know what I'm saying? That's our fault. It's a lot of my fault.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was definitely our fault because again, you took the intention of what was for you, flipped it into what it is now.
So what happened when we play into it is we add to the follows.
Mm-hmm.
We add to the likes.
Mm-hmm.
We add to the reshares, the reposts, and
we add to the emojis.
Yeah, we add to them. Understand? Because for us, it may just be entertainment, but for somebody else, this is life.
That's what they do.
So Charleston White said it, and I'm gonna reiterate it. He said we are in time of idol worship. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
To where you see guys and they're following these guys become idols to these people, and this is the time that we're in. It's idol worship. So
you absolutely right. It's too much of that going on, but again, you have too many followers and kind of enough leaders.
no, right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, people follow what's the latest trend.
Right.
What's right.
But you see, you said you got followers and not enough leaders, right? And then you got followers that's in leader positions because of their following.
That's you're right. You're right. Yeah, absolutely. No, you're right. You're right.
And it's so hard to combat that.
It is
because of the mindset.
Yeah, because it's a popularity thing. It's not about you're talking about anything or you're doing anything special. Just, I mean, no disrespect, but the Kardashians are a perfect example of that, in my opinion. What talent do they have?
People a lot.
I mean, anybody? Like, are they actors? Do they sing? Do they rap? Do they dance? What besides their father being in the OJ case makes them where they're at now? Besides their appearance,
right? You got a lot of that. So.
Yeah, and that goes back because those are not leaders. The Kardashians are not leaders, but look how many people follow them. I think Kim Kardashian got like 10 million followers on Instagram. This is who we're emulating.
But I ain't gonna lie, our face of a quote unquote icon or non-icon.
Yeah.
Like that boy reference said, your words are way more valuable. You know what I'm saying? Like me and you we can have a general conversation.
Yeah.
But let bro become a millionaire tomorrow, and he goes onto somebody else's platform and he say something wrong. You know what I mean, or something offensive to another race or another cult or whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to jeopardize what he got going. You know what I'm saying? Whether if he care about it or not. You know what I'm saying? So
and that's why words are powerful. That's why you got to be mindful what you say. Understand? And that's why I be speaking so careful.
Yeah.
Like, I started to become like this.
Yeah.
I was one of those type of people. Yeah, but then I was also the one of the ones where it's on my mind to say it. I never really thought about it and say it. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? I'm still like that to this day. I tell people like, the way I am, I'm very right. I got a lot of kids. Yeah, I know that, right? So sometimes when I'm trying to break stuff down, I'm quick to tell people like, look, in my mind, I know what I'm saying, but for me to articulate it, I have to slow it down because if I speak it fast, it's gonna come out in a way where it might piss you off, but that's not how I meant it.
Right.
So I have to take time, really think about it. It's okay. How do I want this person to receive what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Because like I said, when I get inside, I start speaking fast, and then sometimes people be like, "Oh, well, I don't agree with that." Well, that's not what I meant, and I have to go break it. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, just like if bro may say some words when we blogging. Yeah. In my mind, I'm like, damn, I don't even know I don't know what that means. So, but if you got to believe after I got off the blog and I Googled it, y'all, yeah, I know what it means.
And result when I speak. Understand? I don't look at the intent gets blurred, right? Because you could say something with good intention, but if you say it such a way, the intent gonna get blurred. Like, oh, I didn't mean it to say it that way. Nah, but I took it this way, right? So I look at when I speak the effect, right? What I'm trying to have the person. What's the effect on the person, and then what's gonna be the end result? Understand? Like, bro over me one time I was speaking to my dad. I was on some real rough, right?
Yeah.
And but this is the result I was looking for. Understand? Because the effect I was trying to have on him was, yeah, I gotta fire you up right now.
Yeah.
Understand? I gotta rile you up.
Get you.
Yeah. Everything isn't a soft word, right? Definitely not for me.
Yeah.
Tell people that all the time. If you catch me yelling at somebody, it is what it is. But I'm never gonna yell or
Come off disrespectful
to tear you down.
Right? Yeah, you trying to do
Yeah, I'm a yell to edify. You
Yeah.
understand?
Question: how did your nephew take it?
How did he take it, bro?
What time?
Yeah.
It was a lot of time.
Yeah, but then we not even got
Let's fast forward everything. I mean,
it's a parking private.
Yeah, but no, that's cool because and the reason I asked that because what you're saying that that's what you're talking to him. It's like you can talk to somebody anyhow, but does that change the message? I can yell at you or I can still talk, but it doesn't change the message. And what you were saying, it reminded me of Kevin Samuels. People hated Kevin Samuels, but when I listened to what he was saying, I'm like, he's not lying what he's saying. You may not agree with his method, but it's not about what he's saying, it's about the results.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you could not like him, you could say, oh, he hates women, but the results of what he's saying.
Right.
And you can't argue with that because when you break it down, he was right. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. We live in a solution-based world to where that overrides the means sometimes.
And people being like, oh God, you said it this way. But does that change what I said? It's just like this. Like I was telling somebody like this, right? All right, this same girl I was talking about earlier. I was telling her about sometimes, and again, I have respect for women, but I said, yo, sometimes women need to shut the fuck up, like straight like that. And she looked at me funny. I said, okay, cool. You know, I said, I can understand that you took that offensive, but I didn't mean it like that. I said, okay, I can tell you to be quiet, but I said, what's the difference? She said, well, one makes you feel good and one makes you, I said, but what's the difference in what I just said?
Right.
She said, it's the same thing. It's just one, you might receive one way, the other you might receive another. But I said, I'm still saying the same thing.
The message is the same.
Exactly. And that's the point. But, you know, again, sometimes, you know, like
a lot of times you may come up with good intentions.
yeah, but it's just what we say. I think that's why I'm learning. Like, okay, I can't just say, "Hey, yo, what we need to shut." I think sometimes you just need to be quiet.
And that's why I say the intent gets blurred, but the effect and the result is always going to be present on the scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Like my intention of how I'm saying or what I'm saying is going to be blurred.
Yeah, because I'm not saying it to be mean to you as a woman. I'm saying it like there's certain situations I'm gonna need you to chill out and let me as a man handle this. Because if you open your mouth, I might get messed up behind this. Yeah, it's been times I've been in situations.
It still converts all the way back to there's a lot of sensitive things. It's a lot of aggressive women. At the end of the day, that's just what it's going through. Like I had a woman one time, you know, she had a girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm living with her. You know, I still let her do what she do. You know what I'm saying? But I just knew that, you know, you my girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with you. So, you know, living with her was a challenge. Cause if I call myself a man, I'm gonna be doing all man things. You know, it's very rare to catch a man ironing kids that's not theirs, clothes for school. I'm not about to be ironed every day. I'm about to iron 5 motherfucking pairs of outfits and you will roll them on out each day that you wear 'em. You understand what I'm saying? So when she's saying that I was doing things of that nature, you know, it kind of really opened her eyes. But like I was explaining to her grandmother, I don't think that she can adore a man like me. I think it's too much. And she finally admitted, like, you're too much of a man. And we had to, you know, depart to go our separate ways because she couldn't adapt to, you know, me doing things for her. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, that's crazy. And I really like it. You know what I'm saying? We move together, we hang out together, we do this, we do that. But you can't accept that I'm doing a man's role. Like,
Do you think it's because she never had somebody like you?
oh, she never had a father. She never had a man like me. You know what I'm saying? Like she at one point she was telling niggas in the hood that she ain't gay no more. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, wow, that's crazy. But you know, like I told you, still do what you do. You know what I'm saying? But I was just rocking with you on another level. But you know, after her grandmama passed, well, before her grandmama passed, she told me, she said she'd never find another man like you. And I kind of really believed her. And true enough, indeed, she right, she won't. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Yeah, man. Sometimes that you can be over too much of a person for a person. You know, and they can't handle. You know, that's just like with the girl that you may like.
Yeah.
You may can handle her, but she may can't handle you. Feel what I'm saying? And then you can't make her handle you. So it's gonna have to balance itself out. You know what I'm saying?
Now, let me ask you this question. Do you believe, like with this girl that you were talking about, you believe that if she would have took proper time to heal, that she would have been able to be with you? Because like you say, she was damaged. That's why she can't handle you.
Right.
So do you think if she would have took the proper time to heal, maybe a little bit of therapy, that maybe she could have got back to where it's okay, I'm ready to be with somebody like him? Do you see what I'm saying? Or do you think that she was too far gone? Because I do believe some people, you know, if with the proper care, therapy.
Now I know that how she's living her life now. She's too far gone.
Okay, so
Because she still hasn't learned anything.
okay,
like you know, when I check on her, it's still the same old same.
Right. Well, that's why I asked the question. Do you believe, like, with the proper care, do you believe that she could? I mean, like now, because obviously she hasn't done nothing to like
the proper care. I believe that I would have molded her to, you know, be able to accept a real man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, also dealing with boys.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Like I was telling my stepson, man, you know, you can't be a man and a boy together. You know what I'm saying? Either you go call yourself a man, or you're gonna leave it, or you're gonna show people that you're still a little boy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be either one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Like that, just like saying, "Oh, I done been to jail." Oh, okay. That don't make you a man. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't been to jail. I'm still a man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just with those little weak-minded, you know what I mean? Things the way people be thinking, man, be stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. That's wild. But you know, a lot of women, man, say what they want, but when they get it, they don't know how to appreciate it.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Or they don't know what to do with it.
because they never had it before.
Right, yeah. And then you have to keep in mind a woman that doesn't have a father in her life is very, very, very important. Because she's not gonna know the validation of being treated like a queen.
Mm-hmm.
Because she don't have her father.
That's fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was raised by a woman. So I can think like a woman. I can design like a woman. That's what I did get from my mother.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, I'm still a man. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how to braid a little girl hair. If I had my little niece need her hair braided, I'll braid it right now because I know how to do it. That's what my sister taught me as when we were little, just in case if I had a dog. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, just in case. That's what you got to worry about. No woman, but stuff is.
Shout out to the hat trick. Stan, don't let that go over your head. Today's great
Free those things, man. Hey, question though. Hey, I see y'all with those shirts, man. Where can I get those from, man? Hey.
To WeChat here, chatwithak.com. Go to the shop, go to the Feel Good Center, purchase away.
And shout out to Q, man. I sent you the link. So we definitely gonna appreciate you got us the merch. You know what I'm saying?
The Incredible Combo
Not much,
Podcast. Check them out, y'all. ICP Incredible Combo Podcast.
Sir. So we appreciate you, bro.
Also, do not get behind the trend or blaze the trail. So, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is don't get behind the trend when you can blaze the trail. That's all I'm saying. Any last closing words for you guys?
Just live life, man. Love yourself, man. Love yourself as I love a guy. Period.
Me personally, I just tell everybody, man, stay in your lane, be the best that you can be. Stop being these rappers. Stop being these guys that don't even care about themselves. You know what I mean? You don't have to be a ganger. You know what I'm saying? You can change your life if you are a ganger. So, you know, you always have the option. I mean, at the end of the day, the streets ain't gonna never love you. And you ain't gonna never retire with no 401k in the streets. So, you know, to my young guys that's out there, you know, put the guns down. You know what I'm saying? Pick up a book. You know what I mean? You know, enhance your brain. Be more positive. Let your friends go. Bring more positive people around your circle.
Last part.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you don't have to just because your partner got this don't mean that you gotta go get it that way. You know what I'm saying? Show somebody something different. You know what I mean? Everybody want to do the same old repeatedly thing. Man, forget all that, man. You know what I mean? We done been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting no young. God still got us down here, so obviously we still got to be doing something right.
That's bad.
You know what I'm saying? Because people dying every minute, every second. So just, you know, enjoy your life, stay in your own lane. You know what I'm saying? Be a mentor to yourself if you got to be. You know what I mean? If you ain't got no mentor, no big homie, or no OG, let you do it. Let you be it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you have to go through certain situations in order to become it. I always hear, you know, a lot of people always say, oh, I'm real. Man, I done had plenty of people tell me that I'm real. So I don't need nobody to, you know, just because they tell me that doesn't change what's something I already know within myself. You feel what I'm saying? So you want that. But, you know, like I said, man, I would rather. What motivates me is hearing my elderly peers say that I'm doing good because they see something that I may not see. So as long as that always rolling around in my life, I'm cool. I'm straight.
So always remember, those who could get you to believe absurdities could get you to commit atrocities.
Fact.
Understand?
It's
a fact.
I'm a living witness of. Yeah.
So live life, love life, pursue happiness fearlessly. Understand? That is your time on earth to pursue your happiness fearlessly and to capture it, because it is the victory is already yours. We just gotta go through the road. Understand?
Yeah.
Thank you. I just want to give a special shout out to my guy. I love he sees and his work uniform. Understand? He came
Definitely
through
had to come through.
business, man. God's business.
I support the movement.
We are in the business of empowerment, enlightenment, encouragement. This is what we do. Understand?
Facts.
It's so many people that we impact, but it's anonymous to anonymous. You feel me? That's how we roll.
Right. We don't need no plaque on the wall. We don't need no YouTube. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? I see it's all.
No, we doing God's work.
Facts. That's super facts.
In any city.
So, thank you. The hat trick. We could do some more hat tricks. Understand? Right. Those who know what hat trick is, y'all already know 3 of them things. Understand? No chef trash.
Yeah.